In Assassin's Creed Origins, you play as this lady named Layla, who is, let's just say, stuck in the desert. She's got a generator hooked up in a cave, and she is got it hooked up to this guy's tomb. This guy's name was Bayek, I believe. Yeah, she's got her generator and all the power hooked up, and there's this Animus. And she gets to control Bayek. But you play as her, so you get to control Bayek as well. And you get to go to this beautiful place called, not quite ancient Egypt, but Egypt during Roman times. So the game will start out with Bayek in this tomb trying to get his way out of there. And he'll use his great climate abilities and eventually get his hands on a horse. Eventually. Not a horse this good. But he's going to make his way out of the tomb and go to this town called Siwa. It's a small town out kind of in the middle of the desert. Don't want to say nowhere, but there's some pretty neat ancient ruins. And this is one of the things I really like about this game is how much detail and how beautiful the environment is. Plus, you can switch to fly as the eagle. As you can see right there, there's the ruins. Beautiful view from the air. And, you know, everything you see in this map or this picture here is accessible. That's one of the things I like about this game. Now, there is one minor criticism I had of this, and I'm going to get to it right away. I've had this issue, and I've talked to other players who've also had this issue, and that's if you look at the map, if you're not at or near the level that's recommended on it, you're going to get wiped out. So if you're at, like, say, 28, level 28, you can probably take on level 30, 31. That's the best you can do. If you're on level 10, you can probably only go up to level 13. That's the only thing I would say. It's not like you can't travel there. It's just you're going to get completely wiped out. There's no way you can... If you're at level 10, there's no way you can beat an opponent on level 20. And that's the only real criticism I have of this way it's set up. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful game. I really love how it's set up and all the stuff you can go to. It's such a spectacular view, and I like the contrast. It's such a beautiful game. Here you can see I am sailing on a small ship. I really like the feel for how it goes in the water. It's really sweet. And this sequence of events here is going to show like what I really like about it here. Okay, I just switched to Eagle View. And I've got the pyramids in the background. I've got all kinds of stuff I can look at, scout, all these other ships that are sailing in around. You can see a beautiful view of the city. And since you've got an Assassin's Creed character, he's got special abilities, like being able to dive in the water for long periods of time. And yeah, sometimes the view isn't good. Sometimes the view is very good. I think it's kind of realistic as to how water can look in some situations. Now, I've been actually diving myself, except that, you know, maybe I can't handle the water pressure quite as good as Bayek, but it's pretty sweet, all the stuff you can do. And your character also has some amazing climbing abilities that will allow you to get a beautiful view from way up, and just breathtaking view of how the world is set up in this game. Breathtaking view. Oh, and by the way, you can race chariots too. That's right. There is this stadium set up just east of Alexandria where they do nothing but race chariots. You can, you know, do a little tutorial run, or you can try your luck at a tournament. It's a lot of fun. A little bit challenging, but a lot of fun. Another aspect of the game which I really like. Now, in order to travel more, you're going to need experience points, and you're going to have to beat certain quest objectives to get there. There's all kinds of different gear you can customize and re-customize multiple times. And there's this cool thing called the ability system, which allows you to further customize and play to whatever style of play that you like. You know, however you want to set it up, it's your call and how you want to do it. You'll get ability points, of course, as you move up in levels. What I like most about this is that you have the choice to set it up how you want, so it's not predetermined. There is one other thing I like about the Eagle View that I did not mention earlier, and that is you can set a marker which your player will, or Bayek will ride to by horse, and he will automatically go there while you are flying with the Eagle, so you can kind of kill time instead of waiting for him to get there. It's pretty sweet. And, you know, I cannot emphasize enough how much I love the architecture in this game as well. Here we are in Alexandria, flying with the Eagle, and of course, whenever we want, we can switch back to Bayek on foot. There's a beautiful view there. You can see everything. We can scout ahead of time. We could set our marker with the Eagle too, and then we could redirect Bayek's route so he goes to that specific location. So one of the things I really like about this game. And oh, by the way, there's this other thing in the game called combat. I haven't mentioned anything about that yet, but I really thought the fortresses were challenging. And, you know, sometimes you got to use the element of surprise to sneak up on guarded areas. Now, on the flip side, if you're way ahead of your opponents in levels, combat's going to go fairly quickly. My experience with combat was basically, it started off on a path where it was a little bit tricky at first, and then I started learning different tactics and techniques, and, you know, pretty soon I can just kind of bull rush my way through opponents that aren't quite as strong. Yeah, some of these guys you gotta use good tactics against, or they will destroy you because they have defensive abilities. You gotta use the terrain to your advantage. Sometimes even using animals to your advantage. But yeah, combat can be a little bit tricky and challenging. A lot of fun at the same time too. You try to beat something a couple times, and you finally get over that hump of beating a fortress or ship. It can be fun. However, you know, this game isn't just about combat. It's also about, you know, exploring the beautiful world that is created. For example, this city right here is located just west of Alexandria. Well, a little bit further west of Alexandria, but you can see you got the Roman architecture, and got its own little stadium. Pretty sweet, you know, where maybe gladiators can fight. This game is such a beautiful setup with the architecture. I cannot emphasize that point enough. And that made the playing through it such a great experience for me. Where you can just, if you just look at this view, it's beautiful. And the weather changes and stuff. You can see everything. You can see the stadium from the air. It's just a beautiful view. I cannot emphasize that point enough. Another point that I would like to add is that this game has a lot of wild animals that can be somewhat challenging at times. Here we're looking at crocodiles, but there's a wide range of animals. Some of them fight aggressively, some of them don't. You can hunt them and fight them, and if you win, you could loot and use their skins or whatever items you get to either upgrade your material or sell it, and then use that money proceeds to upgrade your material. So it's another cool aspect of the game. Also, I'm not going to show it here, but if you're smart, you can sometimes use the animals to your advantage to fight enemies or help conquer fortresses or neutralize enemies. So in wrapping up, I would just like to say that I had a really good time playing this game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed exploring. I enjoyed the challenge of combat. It was a blast. I really enjoyed climbing in the beautiful views like I took in as well. I will definitely give this game a thumbs up, and would highly recommend taking a look at it. Beautiful game, well done. And on that note, I would like to thank you for watching.